Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is our daily reading for July 25th. Let's see what's going on with Virgo. At the heart of your reading, we have the moon in reverse. This is a greater sense of clarity, underscored by the Ace of Swords in the upright at the bottom of the deck. But it's highlighting the fact that you've wrapped up a season of persevering through a lot of new territory. You really had to carve your own path in life. You didn't have a lot of examples about how to do the things that you've had to do. Partly you feel like you've been making it up as you go along. Partly you're really proud of yourself for your innovation and ingenuity. The challenge being justice. You may be on your own crusade of justice, wanting to create a more just, equitable world. If this is applying to you personally, I suspect it's more about like work-life balance or a greater degree of harmony within relationships, that sort of balance and justice. What is our focus? The Page of Swords. Communicating in a way that is true to how you actually feel, but is also accurate and correct. The Page of Swords with the Knight of Cups at the bottom is like wanting to take action from a heartfelt place, but refusing to mince words or engage in platitudes or niceties in order to get there. It's like, how do I come off as the caring actions that I want to take, but I don't want to play that social game of whatever aspect that you're trying to do something, or you want to engage in some sort of behavior. It's kindness, it feels good, it feels positive, it feels caring. But there's an aspect of it that feels false to you and you don't want to participate in that aspect. Specifically about how you communicate, the words that you use, or the manner in which you're telling someone what you'd like, or the actions that you're willing to take. In the recent past, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse. You began to see other ways of doing things where you used to be really locked into your way. There was like one proven way. This could have been the way that you were raised for this thing to happen. Or it could be a way that has worked for you personally. And by your own code of ethics or rule book, that was the way, capital T, to do this thing. That shifted recently. The reversal of the Eight of Swords is the moment where you take off the blindfold, you realize that your thoughts have been limited in this area, and you open your eyes to the other possibilities that have always been right there, but you weren't able to see them or recognize them as valid. Now you do. Let's see. The overarching energy or the perspective of your higher self and spirit guides is that throughout this season of your life, you will narrow down what you want and why you want it. We're talking about your emotional motivations here. Engaging with your ego in a healthy sense, and through introspection, coming to a greater degree of understanding about what motivates you, so that it's not this subconscious unknown force as to why you do what you do, but rather you're beginning to understand, oh, I'm doing that because XYZ, or that action is because I'm trying to achieve ABC. Something like that for you is occurring throughout this chapter of your life, and Spirit really sees it as the highlight. That's what's going to make it to the sizzle reel. That's a, I don't know if that even still exists. It might be an outdated reference, but it's like when an actor is filmed, they take like the highlights, the best moments of their acting capabilities, or maybe for a specific movie, but yeah, let's do it in terms of one person. So their agent may put together a sizzle reel for that actor that's going to have just little clips of all the best moments of what they've done on film. And that's the reference point that came through for this aspect of what you're filming now in your current, the play of your life or the movie of your life. That's what's going to make it to the sizzle reel. The elements of you really honing in on understanding your ego and what motivates you to do things in this life. In the near future, we have the Knight of Cups, Hermit in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Someone comes out of hiding in order to express their feelings. I think that this pairs nicely with what we were talking about, the thing that you want to say, but it has to be like about the actions that you want to take from a heartfelt place. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Got the hiccups. If you are wanting to take a certain action, but you're concerned about how it will be perceived, or holding back on doing that thing because it would require you to engage with these social niceties or like hollow or false aspects that you're not interested in participating in, this tells me that you overcome those challenges. That's not the main challenge of the reading unless those challenges represent to you things that are currently unfair. If you feel like, well, it's unfair that in order to tell this person how I feel about them, I first have to, gosh, I can't think of a good example here. It would be like if the social expectation was that you had to write a sonnet and record it in 3-part harmony and then post it on their social media page and then have all of their followers on that page decide whether or not you get to take the action. It feels that convoluted. The way that you're, like, I'm tapping into your energy, or at least that's my intention, with your permission engaging with this reading. And that seems how you feel about it. There's just this, like, why in the hell is that even a part of what I need to be doing? It makes no sense. It has nothing to do with it. It's convoluted. It's extraneous. It's pointless. It's silly and stupid that people do this. That's the sort of emotional response that I'm feeling you will be going through during this chapter. Show me surprise energy, strength in reverse, lovers in reverse. Someone's going to have to admit their weaknesses, whether that's only to themselves or to their partner, to other people around them, friends and family. I don't think it's going to be some big public apology. It doesn't feel that revealing. It's more personal, more close to home. So this could be you, it could be someone close to you, revealing an insecurity, admitting a weakness. And it's that taking that first step to making a change. Like, this could be along the lines of someone who is refusing to admit that they're a smoker, because their definition of being a smoker is that you constantly have a pack of cigarettes in your purse, and you smoke during meals, and you take smoke breaks at work. And since you don't meet that definition, you don't qualify yourself as a smoker, but you only buy one pack once in a while, and you'll go a few days in between, but sometimes you go on stretches where you chain smoke. There's this sort of mental gymnastics happening that I'm picking up on. This would be, in that example, and I know that's not the case for everyone, don't worry. Some people comment on my readings like, I'm not a smoker, this reading had nothing to do with me. Yeah, I get that. I'm giving one example of how this energy could play out, and it's upon you to extrapolate that and fit it in your situation. If you want a personal reading, I am available for personal readings, but you need to book that with me. This is not that. This is a general reading, right? For hundreds or maybe thousands of people. Okay, so getting back to the reading. This is an admission of weakness that leads to a change in behavior, or it opens the door to self-improvement. That would be, in that example, someone saying, you know what, okay, fine, I'm a smoker. I'm gonna face that, I'm going to make changes, I'm going to set stronger limits, or I'm gonna switch to the patch and make a strong effort to make that my last cigarette. No more cigarettes for me. This weakness becoming a strength takes the admission of the weakness first. Because it Lovers in reverse, it would be something that you're either really not getting support from your partner about, or this could be a weakness in the type of person that you engage with, that you're attracted to. If you have a pattern of failed relationships, it could be like, well, I keep picking people who are emotionally unavailable, or I keep staying with people who have nowhere to live, and so they are untethered in their life. If it's something along those lines, you'll be admitting that you have a weakness for people with those conditions in their life, and just that admission to yourself will open up the door to changing that. What are your hopes and fears? Six of Cups. You are so done with anything less than happy, harmonious, reciprocal exchange of emotion. You feel like if this is what I'm bringing to the world, that's what I should get back. Not in due time, not in divine timing, not wait around long enough and years later your positivity will come back to you. You want it now. You want it in direct result to what you're putting out into the world. What's the end result for this situation in Virgo's life? The Empress in reverse. This is either a powerful feminine figure who you have idealized, or they have positioned themselves as better than you in some way, being taken down a notch, being reframed as the imperfect human being that she is, with faults and things that she needs to work on. she's done plenty of work on herself. She is showing up as the Empress energy, right? She's not a Page of Cups. She's not anything less than an Empress. But that reversal is maybe like an overinflated sense of entitlement, or that you're done working on yourself, that you know what, it really feels like misplaced spiritual ego. It feels like someone who's gone through spiritual awakening, gone through multiple dark nights of the soul, shedding, ego death, educated themselves a lot about intuition and manifestation and connection to the divine and dimensions and alternate timelines and all of these downloads. And then what do they do with all of that information? They turn around and judge everyone else who's doing it differently than they did it. They comment on people's social media saying, you know, if you really were on the right path, you would never be talking about this, that, or the other. You wouldn't be, and in so doing, they're engaging in the very behavior that they are trying to correct in others. The mote is in their own eye? There's some biblical reference that's relevant here. They can't see the fault in themselves, and that's also very common in human nature. The thing that's bothering you so much about other people is you projecting the fault or the weakness that you are unable to see within yourself. So this could be what we were talking about with the surprise energy of recognition of a weakness in order to make a change. Or it could be someone in your environment. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be you, but I do think that the two energies are related. It feels very much like oh wow, I didn't realize that I was actually judging others and not allowing space for like everyone to find their own path to source, everyone to find their own means of spirituality, and that every path is valid, every path leads home. Yeah, there's something big there that will lead to a greater degree of humility and another phase of self-reflection and improvement. Let's see. Advice. You can really upgrade your life in these next, I want to say, coming weeks or months. There's this important shift happening, and astrology really backs that up. There's so many generational planets shifting signs, some in forward motion, some in retrograde motion. But when that happens, the sort of energetic foundation globally shifts in a major way, in so many ways all at once. This sort of changing energies can itself act like a portal where if you're wanting to make specific changes, because so many like timelines are pivoting this phase of the earth, you don't have to wait around for a natural conclusion point in your own life story where this would normally occur. You can harness this energy and make it happen now if you want to. And what that means is shedding the past, shaking up the etch-a-sketch of your life, blank slate. I want a fresh new start. I want to level up. You can. It takes a conviction to leave the past behind, to allow a new version of yourself to be born from within you. You know, let the phoenix rise from the ashes. And once you state this intention to the universe, watch for things in your life to burn down. And I think this is really internal more than external. It's like how we were talking about that strength and the Empress, this another ego death potentially. From the ashes of that ego death rises the fully formed high vibrational version of the Empress. So do with that what you will. I hope it helped. Have a great day, Virgo, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful and you'd like a personal reading, follow this link in the description box below and consider becoming a channel member for access to members-only readings and live streams.